put coronavirus, protests, and riots all together, and you did it. Is it supposed to be a butt?
Is it supposed to be an elephant butt? Oh, the tail?
What is it? What is it?
What does it mean?
So it's a little bit overcast. Looks like it could rain here today outside of Seattle. Now we're technically just right outside of Gig Harbor, Washington, and we were going to stay in the Seattle proper area, and this being a year of change and fluidity, we had to shuffle some of our reservations when we found out that the Canadian border was going to stay closed. So today we are going to venture to Seattle. We want to see the Space Needle. It's not open to actually go into right now because of COVID, but we're gonna go at least be able to see it from the outside, check it out, just kind of see what downtown Seattle looks like, drive through. We'll see how comfortable we feel. There have been some things like protests and riots that have happened in that area in the recent months, but things seem to have quieted down across our country right now as of the day that we're filming this. So we're gonna go see if we get up there and we just feel like that it doesn't look like a good environment, then we'll turn around and come back. So we're in downtown Seattle, driving towards the Space Needle just to go check it out. And we've seen zero protests, so that's good. However, I will say that there's graffiti everywhere. It is interesting to see. I don't know, I guess I'm just not used to seeing graffiti everywhere. But tons of graffiti. Kind of sad. So we're here at the Space Needle. We're gonna just walk around a little bit, but I do find it hilarious. The parking lot, to pay for the parking, it says to touch the screen to begin. So of course I touch the screen and get about 5 steps in before it tells me that it's only contactless payments, which it really would be anyway because it's just paying with the card, and that you have to do it through an app. So I had to download the app, which I find hilarious that it didn't tell me that in the first place before I touched the thing. I mean, you know, I have hand sanitizer and all, but really tell you before you start touching the thing. And if you're not gonna say it before you start touching the thing, then why even bother? Not cool, Seattle, not cool. Lots of interesting buildings down here, and I still don't know what to make of them. Like, are they supposed to be something? Are they supposed to like elicit some sort of emotion?
Okay, here we go now.
I just don't know what to think yet. I know. Is it supposed to be a butt?
Is it supposed to be an elephant butt? Oh, the tail?
No. What is it? What is it?
What does it mean?
So I've never been to downtown Seattle before. First time. And I've never been like in this particular district. And we're here, it's a Saturday, about 6 o'clock. And it is like a ghost town down here. So there's skateboarders everywhere. That is one thing we're noticing. Tons of skateboarders. Seems like everywhere you go down here. So must be a thing. Good skateboarding area. Lots of people on skateboards filming each other on their skateboards too. So maybe that's a thing. While in hiding during the Holocaust, Anne Frank was inspired by the tree outside her window from which this chestnut tree was grown. Dedicated to the city of Seattle by the Holocaust Center for Humanity in 2016. So this chestnut tree somehow is connected to the same chestnut tree that was outside of Anne Frank's window, which is interesting. This whole little garden is a peace garden, very sparse down here. Not a lot of people, but those that are down here almost everybody's got a camera, an iPhone, something like that, where they're filming something. And I got a kiddo behind me that is feeling very uncomfortable just because we've watched a little too many news broadcasts about downtown Seattle. As everybody else can see right now, nothing going on here right now. It's pretty dead.
But there are some policemen just roaming around on their little
Very large police presence, which has been great, and obviously makes one feel fairly safe. And so I think one thing that we've figured out is that RVing during coronavirus is really interesting because nobody's around anywhere.
So what continues to amaze me is how empty it is here and how there's just nobody around.
Yeah, I mean, obviously other protests scared everybody away, which there's no protesting going on. We were on our way, and on I-5, there are signs that say active protests, I-5 could be shut down. You know, we just thought, okay, if we drive down there and it looks like there's crowds or whatever, we'll just turn around. Quite the opposite. Like, even the parking lot, we are one of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars.
Crazy.
5.
No.
And we actually chose this parking lot because there were a few other cars here and all the other parking lots were completely empty. And I was like, I don't want the vehicle to be a target, the only car in that whole parking lot. So just dead here in downtown Seattle on a Saturday night, which my first rodeo in downtown Seattle, but my guess is it's not typically this way on a Saturday night, but put coronavirus, protests, and riots all together, and you get a dead downtown Seattle.
Whoa.
It's a 16% grade.
Wow.
16%.
What's 16?
Get your people down here. Everybody is, dummy. Your heart can go in his, and her heart can go in yours, and it'll still pop the same mother.
You guys will be totally safe right here.
But you don't get it, dummy.
You guys will be safe
You're too
right here.
fucking stupid. Cause you keep doing it time after time after time after time again. Huh?
Mommy, he said a bad word.
Yeah, I know he said a bad word. So we are here at the very first Starbucks that ever was. So we're gonna grab a coffee because it's the first one that ever was right here in Seattle.
Oh, there's private parts on the
Pointed
logo.
out that the logo is inappropriate.
They obviously changed it a little bit.
So we got coffee from the original Starbucks, and the kids got hot chocolates, and just, you know, something about having a cup of Starbucks from the original Starbucks. It's where all the magic began, people, right here in downtown Seattle. We are on a quest this year to cover as many national parks as we possibly can. And since we find ourselves in the Seattle-ish area of Washington, today's adventure is going to be Olympic National Park. So we're going to head up to Olympic National Park and check it out.
You don't need the coast or a snowy mountain road to be in paradise. You don't need diamonds or gold or the pictures we've been sold. Paradise. It's a simple state of mind. It's the people by your side, but only you can find paradise.
I'm really glad that we decided to stop here, and I'm glad that I decided to ask, because they went ahead and gave me the badges and said just give them to the kids when they're done with their books, because they don't want to have you turn the books in case there's Rona on the books. So they're like, you just take the badges, and then when the kids finish their books, you can give them their badges. So I'm glad we stopped, because that way they get their badges in person and we don't have to mail them in. So there you go, Olympic National Park. Oh, and you want to see something else that's hilarious? I have to show you this sign that was in the bathroom, just in case there's any concerns.
Wow.
So we get to use our Every Kid in a Park pass again, 4th grader. Thank you, Dakota. So this will save us 30 bucks today to go to Olympic National Park. So if you have a 4th grader, kiddo, grand kiddo, make sure that you go to Every Kid Outdoors and get your annual pass for the national parks for free.
Hi, how are you doing?
Not bad.
Good. We have one of these.
And you have a 4th grader, right?
Yes, we do.
Right back
You
there.
need a map at all?
We
Yes.
got, well, no, we got one.
Oh, we got one.
Got one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you're all set.
Thank you.
Awesome, thank you.
Oh,
So much of Olympic National Park is actually rainforest, and it's just very interesting being up here. You can just feel the dampness that's here. This particular area, the annual rainfall is about 12 feet of rain annually for this area, and it's just so different. You feel that moisture, but you like can smell like that freshness. It's just a really cool experience here at Olympic National Park, and the moss on the trees, just everything is just really, really cool. It's going right up to their car.
oh, come on, come to our car.
Well, he's coming. So it's just gorgeous up here, coming up the road, and then like when it opens up and you see all of the mountains with the snow, just it's really breathtaking and awe-inspiring, and so many great cool photo ops. There's somebody just down over here that's got one of those vans that's doing obviously some really great photos that we'll probably see on Instagram later. And just beautiful here at Olympic National Park. Definitely a national park I would put on your list. If you're gonna ever be in the Pacific Northwest, make sure that you make your way here and check this out. So it's pretty early morning for us where we're living the RV life. We easily tend to get out of a routine when we're traveling, which is exactly what has happened this summer. However, today we got up early for us, 6, which normally during the school year, that's not that early. Today we're doing something pretty spectacular.
We're going on a whale watching tour. I got it.
We are
Around my neck, so good.
gonna drive a couple of hours to hit the Anacortes Ferry.
It's freezing.
And from there, we're going across to San Juan Island. And then we're getting on another boat to head out and hopefully spot some whales today. So stay tuned and we'll tell you all about that. We'll let you know about the company that we're going with and if we recommend going with them if you're ever in the Pacific Northwest and would like to do a whale watching tour. A thing to know if you choose to do this and you're staying in the Seattle area, and this was great information. So San Juan Safaris, who is the company that we're going to take our tour with, did call and they wanted to make sure that I knew this. But the San Juan Islands, they're islands. You cannot get there by driving. There's not a bridge system. You do have to take a ferry. So we are right now at the Anacortes terminal and we're gonna do the walk on to the ferry. The office for the tour company is just about 200 yards from where the ferry terminal is once we get to San Juan. So something to know, this ferry is gonna take us probably about an hour to go through all the islands to get to where we need to go.
All the way up here. Whoa, Blair, look at the water. It's just beautiful.
So we're pretty fascinated right now with the whole fact that there's cars that can drive onto the ferry, and then looking down there, there's an RV down there too. So we'll watch this RV drive off of the ferry, which is pretty cool. Kind of cool, huh?
Very cool.
And they've got it like roped off for social distancing, so.
So, we are heading over to San Juan Island Brewing Company. And it's just a little brewery. They've got outside seating. They've got cheeseburgers. We've got about an hour until the boat leaves, so we're gonna go check it out.
So we're checked in.
4 minutes.
And we're gonna head down to the departure area to get on the boat to go on our tour. Ready to board the ferry to go back, and I am surprised how many RVs were on this ferry coming back as well. So we had a great time whale watching, saw several whales, saw seals, 2 bald eagles, so it was definitely a lot of fun. I'll put some links below with information regarding the company we went with, and also regarding the Washington State ferries, because it's important for you to know the ferry schedule to book that around your tour. So you want to make sure that you take a look into that and plan appropriately for that.
Being here alone. I'm